before we started recording about jiu-jitsu, and you were asking pretty kind of hardcore about the tournament scenario, how it's laid out. Is that to indicate that you are considering doing jiu-jitsu?
Well, I was asking Jocko, is this possible? You know, is there adaptive jiu-jitsu, adaptive martial arts?
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me rephrase that. There is no, like, you would compete with other dudes, and there is no, well, I've never seen like, oh, here's a bunch of guys without legs that are going to do jiu-jitsu. It's no, you'll compete against other dudes, because jiu-jitsu itself is adaptive. And so you would figure out moves that work for you, that you'd figure out how to do it. And there's competitive wrestlers. There's wrestlers that have fought in the NCAAs that have one leg, no legs, and they just adapt their body to figure out how to win. And so, yeah, the sport itself is adaptive, but there would be no like other special rules. I mean, you go to a jiu-jitsu competition, there'll be people that are blind. They do have one rule, like in wrestling, if it's a blind wrestler, you have to maintain contact with them, but that's the only rule.
Is that's wrestling too?
Yeah, right? I don't even know if that's jiu-jitsu or not.
Yeah.
But we have friends that, I have a friend that's paralyzed, pretty much chest down. He does jiu-jitsu.
That's awesome.
And there's definitely, like I said, there's people with one legs. One of the greatest jiu-jitsu players of all time, Jean-Jacques Machado. He only has a few fingers on one of his hands. And in jiu-jitsu, grips are really important. We got another friend named Jeff Rial. Mm-hmm. Jeff Rial has one hand, and he competes all the time. And he just competes. There's no special category other than get some.
Yep,
yeah,
that's true.
I'm here for a few days, so maybe I could come and take a class. One of the things I learned, and I guess the ultimate thing I've learned as an athlete in Paralympic sport for 10 years, and the thing I was telling myself most recently in Beijing was, it's not about results. It's not about how you feel today. No one cares where you came from. No one cares how old you are. No one cares what you look like. No one cares how much money you got, how many degrees you have. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is what you can do right here and right now. That's all that matters. And ultimately, your opponent is yourself. The voice inside you that's saying, I don't know if I can do this. The voice inside you that's saying, don't go that hard, it's painful. That voice, that's actually what you're competing against. And I think in martial arts, it's perhaps even more true than in cross-country skiing.
Yeah, when we had Rob Jones out, we did some mat work with him.
Yeah.
See if we could give him that little jiu-jitsu bug.
Remember Kyle Maynard? You knew who that is?
Yeah.
No arms, no legs.
Yeah.
Straight
wow.
up. Yep.
And he would train.
And I've trained with him before. That was a long time. He might even be a black belt by now.
Dang.
Old school. Yep. No arms. No
so
legs.
yeah, man. Jiu-jitsu's for everybody.
For everybody.
For everybody.